Hey, we're here with Jon Ridgeon and his mum Margaret, English schools champions from yesteryear. Tell me a bit about your English schools memories. Margaret, do you want to go first? Tell me about your memories in 1954. I believe you won the sprint hurdles title.
That's right.
Back then. 70 yards, wasn't it? Which seems like a slightly odd distance now.
I know, 70 yards, yeah. I was very young. It's amazing. I mean, I think it changed my life. I was so proud, and I think people kind of looked at me differently. And I felt I was not particularly academic, but to have won that made me feel that really, I was somebody special. And it's a wonderful occasion, But of course, it was all with our teachers looked after us, very much in a little team, and you were very much looked after by your teacher. You didn't leave at all. You always stayed in the same group. You didn't wander off like they do now.
Oh, okay.
Because we were in digs, and we were always with a friend in the digs. We're never on your own. We always had a friend with you. But no, it was a marvellous experience.
Where was your event in 54?
It was hurdles.
No, sorry, which venue was it? Whereabouts was the venue, the track?
Ashington in Northumberland.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So was that a bit of an adventure at the time, going?
Great. When I came, you think I came from Suffolk, so really I shouldn't think I'd even made such a long train. I can't actually remember much about that, but no, it must have been the whole thing must have been an amazing adventure.
Yeah. What do you remember the most? The race or slightly different things?
Coming back and there were all little school people there said, I think I've won, and they said, yes, you have won. I wasn't sure, and
Okay.
They were so pleased, so proud they were. Yeah, I mean, it's just a wonderful thing, you just felt so special that you achieved something that you never thought you'd achieve. Yeah, so.
And I guess at that stage, the championships had been going for about 30 years. Was it a big deal then?
Yes, a very big deal. It took quite a lot to represent the county. You had to be quite a good standing. You went through about 3 different stages to get there. Oh no, it was quite. And I remember we had little red shorts and a little yellow t-shirt. And my trainer, my teacher would say to me, "Think of those little red shorts, Margaret." And I used to think of my little red shorts. And of course, somebody said to me the other day, "Have you still got them?" And of course, you handed them back.
Oh, okay.
You never kept anything.
Oh no.
Even the spikes belonged to the school. You didn't even own your own spikes then. It's amazing.
Oh, right. That's amazing.
Yeah, little red shorts.
So they weren't even your own shoes at the time. You were lent them by the school.
School bought some. I think they bought some, especially for me, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
Because I was allowed to keep them afterwards. But no, I don't think there was even sport shops that you could go and get spikes.
No, I guess not.
No.
So when Jon was growing up, did you brag about these stories, winning the English schools, or did you keep it quiet? You kept it quiet?
To see Jonathan, and reliving it again. That was the thing. It's lovely, you go and watch him, and you can actually relive it again. Because we're very proud. Yes.
Oh, okay.
And my daughter actually won the same trophy as I did when I was 13. I won the county trophy, and my daughter Helen actually won the same trophy.
Right.
Yes.
So really, athletics runs in the family well and truly.
Yes, right. Yeah.
Excellent. So Jon, you obviously won English schools titles as well. You started off in the triple jump though. You did the triple jump at the championships.
Plymouth 1981. I realised though I was no Jonathan Edwards, and quickly followed in the family tradition and took up sprint hurdles, which fortunately was the right call, because I ended up winning intermediate boys 100-metre hurdles a couple of years later, and then senior boys 110-metre hurdles. And look, I've got to say, English schools was, as it was for my mum, incredibly important for me. At the time, I remember feeling immensely proud of winning a title, and it definitely set me up well, as it did many of my colleagues at the time, set me up and others really well for our future international athletics careers.
Yeah. I guess some of your rivals and fellow athletes from that period, do you still stay in touch with them, see them around the circuit a little bit? I guess you've maybe bumped into one or two today.
Yeah, no, it's been lovely to see some of the familiar faces, the Dalton Grants of this world and John Herberts and people like this, and brilliant. But I mean, my big rival at the time was Colin Jackson, who of course was Welsh. So actually, I never got to compete against him, fortunately, at the English schools. But yeah, it's brilliant. And actually, the fact that so many former champions made an effort to be with us today for the parade of champions.
No, it was really nice.
I guess it speaks volumes of how important and how special this event is to all of us. This was our first big championship.
Yeah. I thought it was a slightly emotional moment as well, with everybody in the parade and all getting together. It puts a little bit of a chill down the spine. All these years have passed, and you're all coming out as former champions. I think it's really nice.
Well, look, 100 years is a pretty spectacular achievement. So it was worth certainly turning up and celebrating that and seeing each other.
Yeah.
And it's fabulous.
And
And this event is still, I would argue, of fundamental importance to the future of British athletics. So long may it continue.
Yeah, and the championships as well has been awarded a heritage plaque. I think the championships has received that this weekend. It's going to sit in the Alexander Stadium here. You were part of the presentation for that. I mean, the whole World Athletics Heritage scheme is superb. Athletics Weekly, I'm proud to say, has been given a heritage plaque over the years, and I think the English schools is very deserving as well as one of these historical championships, which, as you say, is very important.
Yeah, well, I'm assuming Athletics Weekly is the oldest athletics magazine in the world, which is probably why you received yours. And the English Schools Athletics Championships, 100 years old, also the oldest schools championship in the world, which is why it absolutely deserved its heritage plaque. And look, this has been one of my most enjoyable duties as CEO of World Athletics. So it's been a great day.
I believe you've missed the Monaco Diamond League to come here.
I have.
You prefer to come here and to go to the Monaco Diamond League.
Yeah, so I mean, I might be there next year, but no, I missed Monaco Diamond League this year for this. But I've had a great day.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Cheers.